Hello viewers, welcome back. Ever texted your kid to come to dinner while they're just down the hall? I have, and I hate to admit it, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is I know better. I spent decades studying communication. Still, when it's time to gather the family, I take the lazy way out. Tap, send, done. No footsteps, no face-to-face. Just a ping in the digital void. And you know what? I'm not alone. We've all done it. You probably have too. Here's the truth. It's easier to inform than to engage. It feels more efficient. But deep down we know it's not. We're tricking ourselves, swapping real connection for a cheap shortcut. And it's making us worse communicators. I've been in this field for 25 years, preaching the power of tone, presence, and listening. Yet here I am, texting from across the hallway. So why do we all keep doing it? Because we've gotten used to the digital candy store. Bright lights, constant updates, endless options. It's addictive, isn't it? Swipe, click, scroll. But while we're munching away on those digital sweets, something far more important is slipping away our ability to connect, to lead, to inspire, to really communicate. And here's the kicker. We might not even notice until it's too late. Let me ask you something. Are we slowly losing our human communication skills? Think about it. Every minute online is a minute not spent in real conversation. We're building habits that favor instant reaction over thoughtful dialogue. And the results? Fewer deep connections, lower empathy, especially among young people. But trust me, it's not just them, it's all of us. Studies show that the more time we spend consuming digital content, the less empathetic we become. Shocking? Not really. You can't learn how to read body language or offer a comforting pause through a screen. That's analog territory, and we're visiting it less and less. We're replacing eye contact with emojis, conversations with comments, listening with liking. Here's another alarming shift. Our attention spans are tanking. Remember when 20 minutes felt normal? That used to be the gold standard for a presentation. Now, professors tell me we're down to 3.5 minutes. That's barely enough time to make a point, let alone make it stick. We've become a scanning species, hunting for highlights, skimming for dopamine. And let's not forget how often we're interrupted. Constant pings, alerts, and buzzes pull us out of the present moment. You're in a deep conversation and suddenly, ding, even if you don't answer the phone, your mind's already wandered. You've lost the thread. Multiply that by dozens of interruptions a day, and you start to see how fragmented our lives have become. Now let's rewind a few thousand years. Humans had just two communication channels, body language and voice. Add spoken words, then writing. Over centuries, we layered on more radio, TV, email, texting, Zoom. But here's the irony. More channels haven't led to better communication. Often it's made it worse because speed doesn't equal clarity and access doesn't equal connection. So what do? We go back to basics, reclaim the human part of communication, the part that makes people trust you, follow you, remember you. I've collected 15 core principles over the years, communication truths that help us thrive in the analog world. Let's start with 3 that apply to everyone, no matter who you are or what you do. First, you cannot not communicate. Everything you do sends a signal. Your clothes, your tone, your timing, even silence says something. Walk into a room glued to your phone and people might think whatever's on that screen is more important than me. I've been that person. My kids once asked me to put the phone away when picking them up from daycare. That stung. Second, you cannot say exactly what you mean. Our thoughts are messy, non-linear. We speak in shortcuts, metaphors, tone shifts. And guess what? Everyone interprets things differently. You and I could hear the same sentence and walk away with 2 completely different stories. Communication isn't just what you say, it's what they hear. Third, you have the power to influence motion, your words, your posture, your mood. It all rubs off on others. If you're calm, they relax. If you're tense, they feel it. If you're excited, they catch the spark. That's why you have to be intentional. You don't just deliver a message, you shape an experience. Now let's get practical. Where do most professionals spend their time communicating? Meetings. Ugh, right? But think about it. Monday meetings, status updates, client pitches, they're everywhere. That's where leadership shows up. So let's walk through a scenario and apply some of these lessons in real life. Imagine you're head of product. You get an urgent email. A VP can't make a big meeting with a potential client. You're on. In 1 hour, 5 high-level visitors, including their CEO. Now you're at reception, sweaty palms, deep breaths. The doors open, they walk in, and bam, first impressions kick in. And here's the thing, 70% of those impressions stick. So lesson 4, first impressions last. You can't undo them. And they form fast. People decide if they like you, trust you, or feel threatened in seconds. That's not judgmental. That's human nature. So how do you nail it? Posture, eye contact, relaxed presence. You want them to feel safe, seen, and confident in your ability. Lesson 5, it's better to be interested than interesting. Don't try to impress, be curious. Ask questions, listen like it matters, because it does. People want to feel heard. Whether it's your team or a client, connection starts with attention, the good kind, not the kind you split between them and your buzzing phone. Speaking of phones, ever sneak a peek under the table during a meeting? Don't lie, we've all done it. But our brains haven't evolved to ignore stimuli like that. A flashing screen is like a snapping twig in the forest. It demands attention. Your ancestors would drop everything. So do you. The difference? Today it's just a meme, not a saber-toothed tiger. Lesson 6, your body speaks louder than words. Raise your chin 1 inch, suddenly you look arrogant. Drop it, humble. Open gestures show vulnerability. Closed ones signal defensiveness. Too much, you look insecure. Too little, you look cold. It's a dance. And just like dancing, it takes practice, but it makes all the difference. Even eye contact has rules. 3 seconds per person. Just enough to make a connection, not enough to creep them out. Lock eyes with only one person, say the CEO, and the rest of the room feels excluded. And the CEO, she might feel like you're trying to seduce or intimidate her. Either way, not ideal for a business deal. Keep it balanced. Look, I love technology. I'm not here to bash it. I'm a proud Gen Xer who remembers dial-up modems and Nokia bricks. I don't want to go back. But I do want us to move forward more mindfully. We've got incredible tools, but we need to balance them with timeless skills. So here's my call to action. Let's not just communicate more. Let's communicate better. Are you in?